Welcome back everybody today to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be talking about what some of the most overrated seasons are in Fortnite history. Last video I talked about what some of the more underrated Fortnite seasons were, and if you want to go check that video out, I'll have the link in the description below. But today we will be talking about the most overrated seasons. This is going to be really controversial. I'm trying to not keep it too controversial. I think I picked seasons that we could all see are a little overrated nowadays. I don't have any real crazy hot takes, but yeah, remember, this is my opinion, so you can have a different one than me. But yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get into it. Starting out with the first most overrated season, I actually have the current season that we are in, Chapter 7, Season 1, and it's not that this season is really bad, it's just that I think people are saying that, oh my, this is the best season we've had in years. Really, I don't agree with that very much, and here, I'm going to explain why. I think the map is really what's holding this season back, and it's not that it's bad. I think outside of the POIs, I think the map's graphics look really good, but the POIs I think is where the main problem is. I have not found my POI yet. I don't really have a drop spot, and my friends don't even play Battle Royale anymore, and I think this is one of the worst maps we've had at the beginning of a chapter in a while. Though I think a good thing about this season is the Battle Pass and the loot pool. Battle Pass, pretty solid. We got some good skins in there. The loot pool, though, really good. It's probably one of the better loot pools we've had in a while. I think that's one of the good things about this season. Another problem is we haven't had consistent updates, and that's been really dragging this season a lot longer than it needed to be. And the collabs have been fine. South Park was pretty good, but that lasted for a whole month, I felt. And Winterfest was a little lackluster this year. I didn't like how presents didn't stack. I don't think anybody is going to look back on this Winterfest and say, yeah, this is the best Winterfest we've ever got. The new boss system is not very good. The storyline hasn't even really came into play, although the visitor just did arrive, so that might be changing soon. But yeah, besides that, it's not a bad season, but I just think it's really overrated in my opinion. Now, this is going to be a controversial take here, but my next pick is Chapter 1, Season 4, okay? Now, this season, a lot of people have in their top 5 seasons of all time. Now, looking back on it, yeah, it was a really fun season when it came out, but old Fortnite just can't compete against nowadays. When we went back to it, even in OG with all the updated movement, it was still so boring. There was nothing on the map to do. I think Season 5 is really first where it started to get decent, but there's just nothing to do in Season 4. I know the storyline, that's where it started, and I'm not saying that this season is bad. It's just that, it doesn't compare to what we have nowadays. It just can't compete, and people still saying it's in their top 5. Their nostalgia is just blinding them. And the map, it's good, it's the OG map. The Battle Pass was amazing this season, the loot pool amazing. We were usually getting consistent updates as well around this time period. The storyline also started this season, and it was fun, but it just can't compete what we have nowadays. And it was just, to be honest, the gameplay is boring, and the map is so big, the games take so long. But yeah, this is a hot take, and keep watching, because I know a lot of people probably left after that, but just hear me out on that one. You don't have to get mad at me. I still like this season. It's hard for me to dislike a season, but I think people just nowadays, it doesn't hold up to the standards anymore. Coming up next, we have Chapter 6, Season 3, and it's pretty mixed, I would say. I'd say a lot of people, you either loved this season or you hated it. Now, I think this season does get a lot of love because it came after one of the most hated seasons of all time in Galactic Battle. Mainly it was just because of the loot pool that people liked it, but to be honest, this season was not very good. The map changes were good, the new POIs we got were great. Utopia City, Supernova Academy. I didn't really care for Demon's Domain much. It was too vertical for me. The Battle Pass was really good. I liked all the characters that we got. They missed out on having an LTM. I feel like a superhero LTM would have been really cool this season. Now, the loot pool is where it gets me. People are like, oh my, this is so balanced. It's amazing. And I'm like, it's so balanced to the point that it's boring. Like, literally, this loot pool was so boring. There was not... The best item was the kill switch revolvers. That was the only gun in this loot pool that was different and it was fun to use. And this loot pool, it's just boring in my opinion, and most of the guns were returning guns. I know that's probably a reason, like, because they were trying to add new superpowers and they couldn't add as many new guns, which is understandable. And the Spire Rifle is really good. I think that's one of the only guns we got that was new, but I mean, yeah, it's not a bad season, but like the updates were slow. The summer event was really good though, the 14 days of summer. The event was lackluster. I thought it could have been better. The bosses, I mean, the Superman boss wasn't even that good. You shouldn't have even went for it. If you went for it, you were just gonna die. The storyline, it was all right, I guess. But yeah, that's why I think it's an overrated season. Now remember, just because I say it's overrated doesn't mean it's a bad season, but I just think this one was really overrated. Now, these last two picks are gonna be really rough here for me. First up, I have Chapter 2 Season 1 as an overrated season. Now, I think the community has started to realize just how overrated this was. Now, for all of you people that are confused, this is not the Midas season. This is the start of the chapter. Now, this is the main reason this season is overrated. Listen to how long this season was. 4.5 months. That is way too long for a Fortnite season. That's literally from when you start school the whole way to mid-January. That would be how long this season would be, which is just incredibly too long. We've had 3 Fortnite seasons in that time period now. The map was a great refresh, so was the loot pool, but the updates is also where it falls apart, because we didn't have consistent updates, and one of the only updates we got was Star Wars, and then we got the harpoon gun in the middle. But Winterfest was really good. This is what started Winterfest. There was no storyline either. That's just why it's very overrated in my opinion. I hope you can hear me out. And the last couple seasons I want to talk about on this list is actually, I'm going to group 3 of them together because it's basically the same story. It's Chapter 1, Seasons 1 through 3. Now, before you guys get really mad at me for calling them overrated, just hear me out, okay? Fortnite was starting out, okay? And Chapter 1, Season 1 was a great season to start with. It was a great start, a great base to the game, and there's nothing bad about this season. It's just that people put it in their top 10 best Fortnite seasons of all time, when really, it really shouldn't be there because it's just the start of the game. And when it came back in OG, we realized how boring it was. The mode in Fortnite in Chapter 6 when it came back last Christmas, or 2 Christmases ago, actually. And, you know, it just wasn't the same, and that was even with updated movement. Now, Chapter 1, Season 2 added the Battle Pass and a couple new POIs. That was great for back then, but same story, just boring. Not much in the game. Chapter 1, Season 3, though, we had our first collab with Marvel, and I believe this was the season we got Tilted Towers. Might have been Season 2, I can't quite remember. These are great seasons, and they were a lot of fun, but people are blinded by nostalgia, I think, by putting these seasons in their top 10, even top 5. And, yeah, they were great seasons, but, like, it was a start of Fortnite. Nothing much going on, but it was just a good start. But they were boring. That's the problem, and that's why I think they're overrated. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'm doing a series right now talking about seasons. If you want me to do another video about underrated seasons, then I can, because there's a lot of them, I think. But make sure to go check out my first underrated Fortnite season video. I will be having more topics talking about seasons. The next one will be the most overhated seasons. Make sure to stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.